Monte Carlo ʻmɒnti officially refers to an administrative area of the Principality of Monaco, specifically the ward of Monte Carlo, Spélugues, where the Monte Carlo Casino is located. Informally, the name also refers to a larger district, the Monte Carlo Quarter, which besides Monte Carlo, Spélugues also includes the wards of Rousse, Saint Roman, Larvotto, Bas Moulins, and Saint Michel. The permanent population of the ward of Monte Carlo is about 3,500, while that of the quarter is about 15,000. Monaco has 4 traditional quarters. From west to east they are Fontvieille, Monacoville, Le Condamine, and Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is situated on a prominent escarpment at the base of the Maritime Alps along the French Riviera. Near the western end of the quarter is the world-famous Place du Casino, the gambling center which has made Monte Carlo an international byword for the extravagant display and reckless dispersal of wealth. It is also the location of the Hôtel de Paris, the Café de Paris, and the Salle Garnier. The eastern part of the quarter includes the community of Larvotto with Monaco's only public beach, as well as its new convention center, and the Monte Carlo Bay Hotel and Amp Resort. At the quarter's eastern border, one crosses into the French town of Beausoleil, and just 5 miles to its east is the western border of Italy. History. By the 1850s, Monaco's reigning family was almost bankrupt. This was a result of the loss of 2 towns, Menton and Roquebrune, which had provided most of the Principality's revenues with the lemon, orange and olive crops. At the time, a number of small towns in Europe were growing prosperous from the establishment of casinos, notably in German towns such as Baden-Baden and Hamburg. In 1856, Charles III of Monaco granted a concession to Napoleon Langlois and Albert Orbit to establish a sea-bathing facility for the treatment of various diseases, and to build a German-style casino in Monaco. The initial casino was opened in Le Condamine in 1862, but was not a success. Its present location in the area called Les Spélugues of Monte Carlo came only after several relocations in the years that followed. The success of the casino grew slowly, largely due to the area's inaccessibility from much of Europe. The installation of the railway in 1868, however, brought with it an influx of people into Monte Carlo and saw it grow in wealth. St. Charles Church on Monte Carlo's Avenue St. Charles was completed in 1883. It was restored in its centenary year, in 1911, when the Constitution divided the Principality of Monaco in 3 municipalities. The Municipality of Monte Carlo was created, covering the existing neighborhoods of La Rousse, Saint Roman, Larvotto, Bas Moulins and Saint Michel. The municipalities were merged into one in 1917, after accusations that the government was acting according to the motto, divide and conquer, and they were accorded the status of wards. Thereafter, today, Monaco is divided into 10 wards, with an 11th ward planned to encompass land reclaimed from the sea. The quarter of Monte Carlo was served by tramways from 1900 to 1953, linking all parts of Monaco. In 2003, a new cruise ship pier was completed in the harbor at Monte Carlo. Climate, sport and leisure. Monte Carlo is host to most of the Circuit of Monaco, on which the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix takes place. It also hosts World Championship boxing bouts, the European Poker Tour Grand Final and the World Backgammon Championship, as well as the Monaco International Auto Show, fashion shows and other events. Although the Monte Carlo Masters tennis tournament is billed as taking place in the community, its Its actual location is in the adjacent French commune of Roquebrune-Cap-Martin. Monte Carlo has been visited by royalty as well as the general public and movie stars for decades. The Monte Carlo Rally is one of the longest-running and most respected car rallies, from 1973 to 2008 and again from 2012. It marks the start of World Rally Championship season, having also served as the curtain raiser for the Intercontinental Rally Challenge between 2009 and 2011. The rally, however, takes place outside the Monte Carlo Quarter and is run mostly on French roads. Monte Carlo is one of Europe's leading tourist resorts, although many of the key tourist destinations are located in other parts of Monaco, including such attractions as Monaco Cathedral, the Napoleon Museum, the Oceanographic Museum and Aquarium, and the Prince's Palace, all of which are located in Monacoville. Salle Garnier. The Opéra de Monte Carlo as Salle Garnier was built to designs of the architect Charles Garnier, who also designed the Paris Opera House now known as the Palais Garnier. Although much smaller, the Salle Garnier is very similar in style with decorations in red and gold, and frescoes and sculptures all around the auditorium. It was inaugurated on the 25th of January 1879 with a performance by Sarah Bernhardt dressed as a nymph. The first opera performed there was Robert Planquet's Le Chevalier Gaston on the 8th of February 1879, and that was followed by 3 more in the first season. With the influence of the first director, Jules Cohen, and the fortunate combination of Raoul Gainsbourg, the new director from 1883, and Princess Alice, the opera-loving American wife of Charles III's successor, Albert I, the company was thrust onto the world's opera community stage. Gainsbourg had remained for 60 years. By the early years of the 20th century, the Salle Garnier was to see such great performers as Nellie Melba and Enrico Caruso in La Bohème and Rigoletto, and Fyodor Chaliapin in the premiere of Jules Massenet's Don Quixote. This production formed part of a long association between the company and Massenet and his operas, 2 of which were presented posthumously. Other famous 20th-century singers to appear at Monte Carlo included Tita Raffo, Geraldine Farrar, Mary Garden, Tito Schipper, Beniamino Gigli, Claudio Muzio, Georges Thill, and Lily Pons. Apart from Massenet, composers whose works had the first performances at Monte Carlo included Saint-Saëns, Mascagni, and Puccini. Indeed, since its inauguration, the theatre has hosted 45 world premiere productions of operas. René Blum was retained to found the Ballet de l'Opéra. The golden age of the Salle Garnier is gone, as small companies with small houses are not able to mount productions that cost astronomical sums. Nonetheless, the present-day company still presents a season containing 5 or 6 operas. Twin cities, Campania, Italy, and Ceuta, Spain are Monte Carlo's twin cities. Hôtel de Paris. The Hôtel de Paris, established in 1864 by Charles III of Monaco, is located on the west side of the Place du Casino in the heart of Monte Carlo. It belongs to the Société des Bains de Mer de Monaco, and is part of the elite Palace Grand Hotels in Monaco with the Hotel Hermitage, the Monte Carlo Beach Hotel on Monte Carlo Bay Hotel and Amp Resort, the Metropole Hotel and Fairmont Hotel. The hotel has 106 rooms divided into 4 groups based on type of view, decoration and luxury. The exclusive city view offers 20 rooms. The superior courtyard has 29 large rooms, the exclusive sea view 59, and the exclusive casino has 6. Additionally, there are 74 suites and junior suites which are grouped similarly, offering more luxury than the rooms. There are single and double suites as well as courtyard junior suites and sea casino junior suites. There is also one presidential suite. In film and television, Monte Carlo has featured in numerous films and television series, most recently in the 2011 movie of the same name. The casino featured in the James Bond films Never Say Never Again and GoldenEye. To Catch a Thief was an Alfred Hitchcock film with Monte Carlo and its famous casino as the setting, and featured Cary Grant and Grace Kelly, the future Princess Grace of Monaco, as the stars. There is a scene in the movie where the then Grace Kelly drives a car very quickly and dangerously along the steep winding roads of Monaco that surround the heights of Monte Carlo, an interesting coincidence to her actual fate in 1982. Monte Carlo was even a location for the late 1960s British London-based series Randall and Hopkirk, where in the 11th episode of the series, The Ghost Who Saved the Bank at Monte Carlo, Mike Pratt, Kenneth Cope and Annette Andre went to Monte Carlo to accompany a highly talented elderly woman to gamble inside the casino and waylay a group of thugs. And Grand Prix was filmed here, which starred James Garner, Eva M. Saint, and Yves Montand. In 1970, Chevrolet introduced a car called the Chevrolet Monte Carlo, which went through 6 generations of production until 2007. The motor race Monaco World Prix 1 in Monte Carlo also featured in the 2010 film Iron Man 2. Other films such as I Spy, Cars 2 and Monte Carlo use the city as a setting. The video game series Gran Turismo often features Monte Carlo as a location, and the indie game Monaco What's Yours Is Mine features Monte Carlo as a setting. There are 2 difficult heists in the end game that take place in the casino. The hotel in Monte Carlo, Monaco also made an appearance in the 2012 DreamWorks animation SKG film Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. In 2016, The Bold and the Beautiful featured a number of episodes filmed on location in the city. Notable residents: Paula Radcliffe, Jolanda Seplak, Daniela Hintukova, Marcus Hipfl, Victoria Azarenka, Shirley Bassey, Bono, Jensen Button, Marin Cilic, David Coulthard, Novak Djokovic, Grigor Dimitrov, Mohamed Al-Fayed, Michelle Ferrero, Matthew Goss, Philip Green, Laura Scapirossi, Thor Hushovd, Mara Safin, Stelios Hadjiioannou, Lewis Hamilton, Justin Hayward, Robert Kubica, Gina Lollobrigida, Giancarlo Menotti, Roger Moore, Helmut Newton, Mike Oldfield, Stefano Pacina, Milos Raonic, Edwina Tops Alexander, KK Rosbig, Nico Rosbig, David Schilling, Ringo Starr, Jeff Wooler, Caroline Wozniacki, Patrick Avitova, Bernard Tomic, Robin Soetling, Daniel Ricciardo, Felipe Massa, Mark Rossett, Richard Dunn, Yanina Wickmeyer, Lucy Safarova, Justine Henin, Andrei Medvedev, Dominic H. Arbati, Carol Kusera,